Welcome to Find the Perfect Place, your new destination for amazing home tours, where we showcase homes you can either stay, create, or buy. I'm Bronson, and today we're in Alexandra staying at the Homewood Forest Retreat. This is a super unique getaway situated amongst a private pine tree forest, and it comprises of 3 unique stays. These include the very grand and very generously sized Fairytale Log Cabin. Now, this is the primary residence on this property, and it is accompanied by 2 smaller dwellings. These are the Magical Loft and the Rustic Cabin. And in today's episode, we're going to be focusing all of our attention on the Fairytale Log Cabin. And without further ado, we cannot wait to show you around today's perfect place. Come with us. We're only a short 5-minute drive from the township of Alexandra, situated amongst a super private pine tree forest, and not too far from the many amazing attractions that this region has to offer. We have Wanaka and Queenstown not too far away. Now, the Fairytale Log Cabin, as you see it today, took a whopping 12 years to build by the previous owners, John and Claire Morris, with the help of many family and friends. With the community and their vision combined, they have produced quite the magical masterpiece. This is absolutely brilliant. They completed it in the year 2022, utilizing mostly Oregon and Douglas fir wooden logs to stack this beautiful piece together. I am just in awe. Now, in my younger years, I used to always wonder, how on earth do they make log cabins and stack the logs on top of each other without the logs kind of falling over? And as I've got a little bit older, and as I've got a little bit wiser, it's pretty plain and obvious to me. It's magic. Anyway, let's take a closer look at the Fairytale Log Cabin. It truly is a fairy tale, isn't it? Speaking of which, we begin our tour at the Hobbit Door. Look at this beautiful and magical creation that we are greeted by upon arrival. What a perfect way to land at your home away from home. Speaking of which, this Hobbit Door was inspired by the famous Lord of the Rings movies, and they've even referenced such things with the 2 dragons on either side. Now, I just heard some news from the hosts that this door is in fact the largest Hobbit door in all of New Zealand. It's quite the marvel, isn't it? Now, speaking of which, let's see what's on the other side of that door. This is our very first log cabin that we've had the pleasure of featuring on our series. Not to mention, we're going to be featuring multiple log cabins at the Homewood Forest Retreat, which I cannot wait to show you guys around. Now let's dive into the specs. This home is built across 2 levels. It has 4-bed, 2.5 bath, and it can sleep up to 8 guests in total. It includes a 6-seater spa pool just outside amongst the pine tree forest, so you can embrace that outdoor area. This property is built across 380 square meters of living space, and it is situated on a 6.4 acre piece of land. You can stay here and enjoy all of this for around $1,000 to $1,200 per night. And if you're feeling super social and you need to increase the amount of guests that you have coming to experience this stay with you, you can up that to 10 guests with the inclusion of the rustic cabin on the exterior. I'm going to show that on another episode, but more importantly, let's focus on this perfect place. Upon entry, you are greeted by this very substantial picture window placed at the rear of the home, which is overlooking these beautiful and substantial, stunning views of your private pine tree forest. Now, in the distance, you have some Quite marvelous mountain views just out there with a bit of snow on the top. How good is that? And we're currently standing in the living room. I really like the little library nook tucked around the corner there, a nice little spot to sit down and read a book or two and relax during your stay. And then just looking around in this environment in general, you need to take a moment, pause, and just soak it in. Because there's so much to take in, there's so much details, love and care that has gone into creating a cohesive and beautiful and seamless environment. The stonework on this open plan fireplace is fantastic. It also mimics and is consistent with the exterior stonework, which I absolutely love. And to the side of the fireplace, you see this stack of wood. Now behind this stack of wood, there is this little secret door hidden right behind there. Now there's a significant use for that door is so you do not have to traipse through your home to put your firewood here. You can access this point from the exterior, stack it up nice and easily, and you can use it from the interior here to keep you nice, cozy and warm during the entirety of your stay. Now standing in this point right here, you just have a beautiful view of the rest of this open plan living area. Taking a couple short steps up onto the steel tiling, this area has another significance to it because it is actually heated utilizing the wetback fireplace, which is just off the Hobbit Door. Directly behind me, we have the dining area and kitchen. This dining room includes a 6-seater table so you can gather around with friends and family. The hosts have thought of everything, providing 2 additional dining chairs to sit all 8 guests. I like the ornate chair designs which match the aesthetic of the cabin. You can also admire the grandfather clock as well as the Oregon wooden logs from an interior perspective. Overlooking it all is the chandelier above, adding to the vintage design. We have multiple points where you can access the outdoor living area via these 2 doors in the corner you see. Let's take a peek, shall we? So just out here we have a nice seating area and a barbecue so you can cook up a bit of a feast and immerse yourself into that beautiful natureful surrounding that is that pine tree forest. Nice and secluded and tucked away from the rest of the home. Walking back in, we can now take a look at this very beautiful and very unique kitchen. Just down here, this historic stovetop is actually usable, believe it or not. You put a bit of firewood in here and you can cook up an absolute storm. Now, if you're not partial to utilizing a historic stove such as that, they do have a modern take that might be more up your alley. We have a gas cooktop as well as an oven. Then directly to the opposite side, we have this beautifully and immaculately styled cabinetry. I love the detailing that has gone into this. I do not know where they got this from, but it was a fabulous find. Then directly opposite this corner, just over to my right, we have an entry area into the laundry zone. That laundry zone does actually include a very old school laundry washing machine, you know, with a little roller so you can squeeze out the water and whatnot. That is very cool, but they also have the modern washing machines for you to use because that one's just for show. Moving on from this space, we're going to take a couple steps back down, bypassing the living room and now entering into the primary bedroom. In this space, we have a very large king-size bed over in the far wall. And one thing I must point out is the use of these Oregon wooden logs that are situated and surrounding this bedroom. These are beautiful. I love the rustic finish. And then directly opposite that, we have an open plan fireplace. To the left of me, you can see the beautiful outdoor area, which you also have access via this French door. On this side, we have a separate bathroom and toilet zone for you to utilize. Leaving the primary bedroom, this is a good opportunity to admire the craftsmanship of this spiral staircase. We're going to take a few steps up there very soon, but firstly I want to give you guys a little bit of a layout of the land for the remainder of this home. In this corner we are entering a Jack and Jill setup with 2 bedrooms which meet and greet to a combined and joint shared bathroom situation. A couple of things I have to mention in this space is this upcycled pig dripping trough, which has been upcycled to be a bathtub. How unique is that? Very, very cool. And opposite the bath, we have a freestanding shower just tucked away in the corner. Now we take a few steps around this beautiful home, and this gives us a great opportunity to discover this beautiful spiral staircase. This spiral staircase has a bit of a unique story to it because it began its life as a gold miner's tumbler. So way back in the gold mining days, back in that era, that's where it began its life, and now it's been reused to create this amazing magical staircase. Making our way up here, we are escorted to the upstairs area. At the top of the staircase, we are greeted by this very vast and very spacious loft area. It has so much room for activities. Tucked away in this corner over here, we have a nice open living area, including a couch and a TV. And then to the opposite side, we have 2 twin single beds, so you can sleep another 2 guests up in this zone. Just look at how wide and open this space is. Plenty of room for activities. In fact, if you've got a couple kids that are coming to experience this stay with you, this is the perfect place to place them. Now, directly behind me, this is access to your very exclusive balcony zone. Taking a step out here, this really immerses you into the outdoors. Now, one thing I must mention just down here, team, these pine cones are actually attached to the original wood that was used to build this balcony railing area. That is a very unique touch right there, and you see these throughout many areas of this home. Not many people would think to keep that there, and it just adds to the unique character of the Fairytale Log Cabin. As we walk back inside, there is plenty more magic to see. Follow me over here. It's quite the walk, isn't it? Because this house is very vast and very big, very spacious and very magical. I'm currently standing on an overbridge. This is connecting 2 zones within this upstairs area. Around the corner is a bedroom, which I'm going to show you guys very soon. Now, standing on this platform, this is a great opportunity to soak in the beautiful surroundings of your Fairytale Log Cabin. The lounge looks great, and we have some amazing views of the outdoor scenery, and also a good spot to keep an eye on the rest of the guests, see what they're getting up to. The original owner who built the cabin designed this space to resemble aspects of a ship. The supportive beams have been positioned to look like a ship's mast. Very unique, isn't it? On the opposite side of this viewing deck, we have some very spectacular stained glass workmanship. Now, this in particular was imported from India, and you would not suspect a thing because it fits into this home and the styling of this place just marvelously. Now, these supportive beams add a quirky touch as we move on into the final area of this upstairs landing zone. In this final bedroom, we have a beautiful triangular roof with the exposed wood. There is a king-size bed over on my right, and then directly opposite this is a special feature I must show you guys. Opening the door, and you have a beautiful view again of the outdoor area. Walking back down the staircase, there's one more element and unique feature I must mention. I love how with these beautiful tree trunks, they have kept the original roots and they look as though they're really hugging the ground and keeping us in place. That is a fantastic feature, beautiful touch, a beautiful cabin. And don't forget team, we have plenty more to show you. There's still 2 more dwellings on this property to showcase. We have the rustic cabin and the magical loft coming at you in a future episode. Thank you guys for joining us as we show you guys around the Fairytale Log Cabin, and we have to extend a big thank you to the host for inviting us in to stay, experience and share this stay with all of you. If you love it and you want to learn more about this stay, or you wish to potentially stay here and enjoy it for yourself, you can do so by clicking the links in our description. And as always, we look forward to seeing you in our next perfect place.